So since this news outlet first reported on the Republican loyalty oath in South Carolina, this story has exploded, folks. It's been in the New York Times, it's been on Glenn Beck, it's been everywhere. But what we haven't heard up to this point is any sort of reaction from the Republican leadership pushing this oath, justifying it, explaining it, telling constituents what it is. Well, earlier this week, we came upon a clip from a constituent meeting in the upstate of South Carolina where Jay West, the assistant majority leader, was asked about the oath and delivered a response. Here's an excerpt from that meeting, which was forwarded to FITSNews. Take a look.
It is making members sign a loyalty oath, and I'd like to know more about that. I'm not sure I'm on with people having to sign a pledge, and what the actual enumeration of what is that pledge. I'd like to know that. I don't think that should be done behind closed doors. I think voters have the right to know what the leadership is asking our representatives to sign.
I agree.
Yeah, did you sign it?
That has been a question that's been floating around in the air around my ears anyway. Jay, Ann, would you be interested in answering that? I know, Don, you're relatively new. Maybe you know about it, maybe you don't.
Yeah, so I can't discuss what is actually going on within the caucus, but I can tell you that everything is going to be put out this week for public view. I'm assuming even the caucus rules are going to be put out there. There have been some things that have been said that really aren't true. One of those would be that you can't take a picture of the board and put it up anymore on Facebook. Anybody in that room, in the chamber, in the balcony, anywhere else, that's public information. I think the concern has been not just among our own caucus members, but in total, that there is a lot of misinformation and disinformation out there. And the truth is, I think there are a lot of people who are trying to represent their constituencies and do the right things, as Mr. Hill just talked about. You videoed me again, Jonathan?
Always video.
Yeah, that's good.
So you weren't asked to sign an oath?
No,
You had to sign that you received the rules and read the rules.
no,
Are you a member of the?
say that. I heard personally.
Did you get a copy of it?
You did not sign that oath. You were not allowed in the meeting.
No, they couldn't even have breakfast.
Right. That is the way it is right now.
Okay, so it's different than
Yeah,
what you
that is
said.
correct.
Yes. If you don't
That is
sign
correct.
it, you can't come into the caucus meeting.
All right, so that's a very interesting take from Assistant Majority Leader Jay West there. I was particularly curious about the part where he talked about pictures of the voting board from state lawmakers as being somehow akin to misinformation or disinformation. I think he had it right the first time. The last time I checked, that's public information. And to somehow try to penalize a lawmaker for simply disseminating that to the public, I think that's wrong. But here's the bigger issue. If Republicans in the South Carolina General Assembly don't want to be criticized over terrible votes, maybe they should stop casting them. And maybe if they quit casting so many terrible votes, we would see better outcomes in this state, whether with respect to academics, our economy, our taxes and spending, infrastructure, or our terrible judicial system, which, again, is the responsibility of those legislators. Again, on this loyalty oath, I've been very clear from the beginning. If your lawmaker signs a piece of paper that surrenders their right to speak out against their colleagues in any way, shape, or form, and particularly on a political campaign, they're a coward. And they are giving away their right to represent you effectively. So again, as we continue to follow this loyalty oath saga, stay tuned for the very latest from FITSNews on both sides of that issue.